So I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm Rachelle Jones with Grief Recovery with Rachelle. Um, I got into grief recovery because I had lived a life of grief. Hard things had happened, things that made me sad, mad, angry, left me bitter. I just didn't know how to deal with it. I tried a lot of the things that I grew up with, which were time heals all wounds. I remember hearing that a lot and saying that. And what I really found is that time didn't heal my wounds. So I came across a couple of years ago, my father, my birth father, who was my estranged father, he died by suicide. And that really left me feeling so sad, brokenhearted. I felt just like I didn't know what to do with myself. So after 3 days of sitting kind of in this fog, of course, after I would take my kids to school, I called my grief recovery specialist friend and told her I needed help. I simply didn't have the tools to deal with that level of grief. So I attended her 8-week class for myself, and actually going back, just the phone call to call her to reach out for help, I already felt a relief because I knew I was doing something big. And then she described the program to me, and I already was filled with hope. So I thought, oh, I'm going to do this one day. And I did. I took her classes and went back to her for maybe 14, 15 months. And then it came to be where I just had to get into training on my own. And my husband said, you need to sign up now. Have you signed up today? Have you signed up today? So I finally went to the training. It was amazing. It was absolutely incredible. And just to feel so empowered that I have these tools that I can use to share with other people who were like me, who have lived life with loss of safety and loss of trust and loss of love. I mean, everyone's had a first breakup probably, right? That's grief. You can remember what that felt like, I'm sure. And I was just tired of going forward through life with the same tools I had in my toolbox that weren't working. So I went through this training, learned amazing tools that I'd already been applying to my own life and finding relief and hope, and the bitterness, the layers and layers of bitterness slowly dissolving, slowly feeling my heart become a little lighter and a little lighter with each piece of work I did for myself. So I am just excited that I have this grief recovery program. Well, I have the specialist skills now to be able to share it with all of you, because I know I'm not the only broken-hearted person who puts on their makeup every day, which, yes, I have makeup on today because I looked a little bit like a zombie from a stomach virus I had yesterday. Dark eyes, looking like death. So putting on my makeup every day, taking my kids to school, cooking dinner, serving in my church, doing whatever I was doing with the same emptiness, the same brokenheartedness. And I got really good at deflecting all of that. I got really good at making people believe I was okay. I was like the best actress ever, I think. So I now teach this program. I have an open house coming up, actually, so I can share a little bit more with you about what the program is, and slowly I'll be doing that in video. But I was able to find relief for my heart, and I just want that for other people. I just can't bear the thought of anyone walking around like I was, full of grief and heartache and sadness, and just covering it up because we're expected to, because we only get I don't even know what the bereavement laws are in California. They're not long. We're supposed to just get up and keep going. So I have this beautiful program available to me that I'd love to make available to all of you. I hope that you will join me on this video diary that I'm going to pretend I know what I'm doing in. And also in my classes. I teach a magnificent class for groups. It's an 8-week course. It's wonderful, and I hold your hand as we go through the action steps of this recovery method one baby step at a time, because I don't know about you, but just making my first call was completely overwhelming. It was more than I could handle, really. So if there was more than one small baby step at a time, I would have dropped out. I would have been like, sorry, I'm out. I'm going to get some, I don't know, Girl Scout cookies and live quietly in my grief. So yes, I get to take people one baby step at a time through an 8-week group program. I do one-on-one programs. At this time, that's what I'm focusing on. But this program is amazing because it's not grief specific. It is the same amount or the same steps, the same action steps, and it works on every loss you've ever had. I think that's magnificent. If you'd like to learn more about the program, I'd love to talk with you. I'll post my number and website at the bottom of the page somehow. I'll figure that out. And I just hope that you can find hope like I have found hope. And I'd love to help you as you go through that process.